It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we've got C.D. Lamb. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Desperados and the Aviators, and it's coming up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
The veteran Nick Folk about ready to get this show started. And off we go here on EA Sports. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Into the hands of Boykin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the ground, here's Mitchell. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Off he goes. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Well, he's doing it all on this drive. He's throwing the ball well, and now he's able to use his legs to pick up good yardage and get a fresh set of downs.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun. Richardson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
7th play of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. Throwing is Richardson. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Gano's kick is good. And the Aviators will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And leading them out at quarterback, man who played his college ball at Stanford, it is Davis Mills.
At one point not too long ago, he showed a lot of promise early in his career to the point that a lot of guys around the NFL thought this is potentially a franchise quarterback. Now, that hasn't exactly come to fruition just yet, but the arm talent is there, and they're hopeful that he can showcase it here over these next 4 quarters.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's across midfield. Look at the big guy rumble. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards for the touchdown. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he brings this back all the way to midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. This one caught by Mechie. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give to Mitchell. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Richardson. To the goal line and in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Aviators. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. The Aviators are on top. It's now 10-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, Noah Igbenogany. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Desperados offense ready to take over for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerrero. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Throwing is Mills. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving.
And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up 4th down. The Desperados out and ready to punt. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Mechie, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Richardson. This one complete to Higgins. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Richardson. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Mitchell. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Here's Richardson. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The defense has got it. Well, that changed quickly. A terrific scramble, getting downfield, picking up yardage, but then dropping the football. It comes out, and the defense comes up with the recovery.
There's not many quarterbacks in the league, Mike, that can make that play with their legs. It's just such a shame that at the end of that run, he fails to protect the ball. The defense is able to jar it loose and take it away of what otherwise was a pretty fantastic play there by that quarterback.
They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. First and 10. Now Pierce. And not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Mills. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here with Pierce. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. Once again, it's Pierce. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Desperados.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This one taken at the 10. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Mechie, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On play action, Richardson. That is brought in at the 10. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A big play there. 37 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
3rd and goal. Richardson to throw. He is in. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Aviators. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
That's just such an athletic play by an NFL quarterback, Mike, and you can see he tried to remain a passer as long as possible, but once it became clear there was nowhere to go with the ball, he puts it down and decides to do the rest with his legs, and he's able to take it all the way in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. The Aviators move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Returning is Igbenogany. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Desperados offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Now Mills. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A run with Durendo. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3, with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A hit, and he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Aviators offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Now Richardson. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Richardson going to look to throw. A great job of knowing when to go He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have a clock in their head. They understand exactly how much time do they have before they start stressing the protection. He realized pretty quickly here it was time to go, tuck the ball, become a runner, and he's able to pick up a big gain.
And he's into the end zone. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Aviators. And this spectacular season continues. Now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number very few backs have reached in the history of the NFL. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. He'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. A run out of the gun with Pierce. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught left side by Bellinger. He'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw is Mills. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Mills now. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. In motion, Lamb. Mills to throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, second and a yard. Now he'll run. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Dameon Pierce. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Mills. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he will score. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Desperados. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Folks, extra point is good. And the Desperados cut the lead to 3, 24-21. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Aviators offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. The ball comes out. And thankfully for him, one of his teammates able to secure it. No turnover. And they will hold on to the football. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. Returning is Igbenogany. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Desperados offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. They run out of the pistol. It's Pierce. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
The Desperados out and ready to punt it away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it over center with Mitchell. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
He'll get this out wide, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, Richardson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
So 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Desperados offense and running back Dameon Pierce set to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A run here with Pierce. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Throwing is Mills. This one pulled in by the tight end, Bellinger. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Back to throw. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Here's a give to Pierce. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. On the handoff, this is Pierce. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This guy's really in his zone right now, Mike. He's rushing with such confidence that it doesn't matter who they put on him. He thinks he's going to win every matchup, and with the rest of the time remaining here in the second half, the offense is going to have to change some things up. It's less about who blocks him and how we block him, because right now, one-on-one, it's just not getting the job done.
That's taken at about the 14. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Richardson. Into the hands of Boykin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Here's Richardson. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Mitchell. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Now Richardson. He's got it at the 3. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression, and at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
They'll run with Mitchell. Powering forward. He's in. Elijah Mitchell. Touchdown, Aviators. Now, Cano for the extra point. It's up and good. The Aviators will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mills. The open receiver is Dodson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
They hand it off to Pierce. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Mills. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. It is 3rd and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Well, call and play action in that situation, that's certainly one choice. I mean, I don't know if it's the conventional choice. That is a passing situation all day. Nobody's biting on play fakes, even a little bit.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. On play action, Richardson. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Running is Mitchell. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Richardson. Whoa. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down. Throwing is Richardson. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 2nd down and 3. Richardson going to look to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Higgins sent in motion. From the gun on third down, Richardson. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now Richardson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. First and 10. A give to Mitchell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
He's got it at the 7, and he'll be taken down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
The ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. One more time with Mitchell. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Richardson. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
Well, that's one way to make your presence felt. Third and goal. Not only do you get to the quarterback with your backs against the wall, but most likely save yourself some points depending what the offense decides to do here on fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Aviators add on to their lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Mills to throw. Now a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Mills now. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
He's going to try it here again. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Aviators offense headed back to take over once more. They hope to polish things off. What a run they are on, trying to make it 7 straight without a loss. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Richardson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The defense's strategy down here defending their own red area, Mike, is either takeaways or field goals. And I think after that last sack, this drive is trending a little bit more towards 3. A couple plays ago, it was...
The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
One of the most overlooked qualities to play linebacker in the NFL is your instincts. Certain guys just have a knack for always being around the ball. I mean, think back earlier in the game, that fumble recovery. Now his coach sends him on a blitz, and he comes through with the sack. Not exactly sure what the issue was there, Mike. I mean, from this distance, you don't expect the ball to be short. I mean, at least get it there. But in this case, he hits the crossbar, and the ball bounces back.
The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's Mills. That'll be taken in by Pierce. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 41 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
On 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Throwing is Mills. Taking off, and he will score! Game on! Davis Mills. Touchdown, Desperados. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Richardson. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds. Here's 2nd and 6. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. First down and more past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll go again with Mitchell. It'll take this down to the 43. A short pickup there. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Another run here with Mitchell. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the give, it's Mitchell. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. 3rd and 5. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.